I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
What's up, mother bitches? It's Levi, west of nowhere. How you doing?
I'm Shane. That was a terrible lead-in for me.
Yeah, well, I didn't think you were gonna be here. No, I'm just
Wow.
kidding. He was like, "Oh, I have technical difficulties and my hand's stuck up my butt," and I was like, "I don't know what to do about that." So,
Dude, when the lube dries off, man, like sometimes it just gets stuck.
that sounds like a nightmare. Oh boy, I mean, if I was somebody who had disposable income, I don't think there's a better show than this one that I would donate to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right
Exactly.
after some dried up lube fisting talk, we get your name right on there.
There we go. Yeah. Get to the list
It's
as
kind
soon
of
as
the
possible.
fucking win, you know.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, who need financial advice?
Right? Oh. We like to thank Tony Burgess, Samantha Norton, Natalie Tacarante, Mark Stadler, Colton Zamersla, Jeremy Brazzers, and of course our master of media,
Yeah.
Kylie Gangwish.
If we were cool, we would have a soundboard, but we are not. So
I mean, you could just all add, you could add it all in post, you know.
yeah, or I could just keep it going with my sick fucking sound effects via my mouth. Reminds me of Bo from Superstore.
Yeah, dude, the
Is that who
rapper.
yeah, is that who you named your dog after?
Yeah, for sure.
I knew it. Also, keep it up with the subscriptions and the comments on the YouTube video.
Oh yeah.
Do you know that we have more views on the YouTube than we do at listens on everywhere else right now?
There we go. Hey,
Which
whatever.
is pretty cool.
I like
mean, I don't know why you guys want to look at us, but
it. I'm pretty sure it adds to the. It's just probably better.
you know, I think it's actually if I was a betting man, I would say it's probably because they can comment, you know?
Mm-hmm.
For which we had a couple birthday comments from our fans last week, and I didn't have it pulled up because I was not ready.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll do Mr. Jixers 1196 again returning. He said, "Happy birthday, my dude. I will always be here for everyone to live." He says bi-curiously,
like by like by and then curiously.
but I'm pretty sure he means vicariously, right? Yeah. Which starts with a V.
Yeah.
But if you want to live vicariously through Mr. Jixer, he likes dudes too, apparently. So there you go.
I hope he did that on purpose. But I don't think he did because he would have just said bi, like bi,
Right?
like bi curious.
Right.
Either way, it's amazing.
Obviously, Kylie said thanks for the shout out, and then happy birthday to Shane, because obviously if you missed last week's episode, it was my birthday.
Yep. And nobody cares now because it's the next week. So,
Right.
yep. And then the Diant word thing. OMG, the Diant word shit freaks me out. What? How? All in caps. So. And then M. Spencer said, "Happy birthday, Russell." So, I don't know who M. Spencer is though.
He's a guy that I play with every now and then, and he streams,
Okay.
and he puts his videos up there, and he has his Twitch.
Okay.
So you can go to his YouTube for his link to his Twitch.
Sounds good. Yeah. If you want to go check him out, he's in the comment section on the newest video. So, the one before this one. If you're watching this one right now, and you're like, it's not in here. It's because it's the last one. But I hope that was confusing for everybody, because I confused myself. Yeah. Anyway. Holy smokes, dude. A lot of crazy shit going on this week. Obviously, there's the continuation of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, which that's supposed to keep going all the way through the end of the month, or to the end of the month. So, not really going to say a lot on that until I feel like till we get a sizable amount of it done. So, if you're on the internet, you know what's happening. We'll
I
wait.
think even if you're not on the internet, it's everywhere. It's on court TV. It's everywhere.
I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, so did they.
Yeah. Like, hold on. We have a channel? Why are we putting this shit on here? Some dude was like watching it at his house, and then he gets a phone call, and they're like, "Hey, did you want to stream this on Court TV?" And he's like,
"Definitely."
"Do I own that?" And they're like, "Yeah." Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, let's put her on there. You know, the Russia Ukraine thing's still going on. Yeah,
I seen that another one of Russia's generals got killed.
Yeah.
So
that's not great.
You kind of
need.
I don't know how true Reddit is, but then I got lost in the comments, and I guess someone was saying that they've killed a bunch of their officers.
Oh yeah. Just fucking taking all the stripes out, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty
That's
wild.
how you
win. I saw an article about you know how Joe Rogan was talking about those troll farms for a while, about like these Russian troll farms where they just literally invade groups and then like start spreading fucking crazy shit. And it's all like people from Russia, like not even in America or any other country.
Yeah.
So there's a new research. Obviously there's more, but it's more directed towards the pro-war thing for Russia's side, and it's all linked back to suspected to be linked back to Prigozhin, who is the founder of the Internet Research Agency, which is the one that like people have been pointing to, going, "Hey, these are the guys that were putting out all the misinformation about the 2016 elections," and like supposedly they were targeting different political groups on like Facebook and stuff.
Yeah.
And so that same kind of thing is going on here. And what it was doing was paying TikTok influencers to amplify pro-Kremlin narratives, amplifying genuine messages by legitimate social media users that happen to be consistent with Kremlin's viewpoints, and also like brigading, which is basically steering the attention of discussion on social media and the comment sections of newspapers towards favored opinions.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that just sounds like they have a really good PR team.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is, but it's a weaponized PR team, right?
Yeah.
And this part that I thought was interesting was that researchers say the group seems to have learned from the tactics used by QAnon conspiracy theorists and from the Islamic State terror group. So that's always
awesome.
Fun. It's good to know that they're all working together, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if you ever see something and it's like, "Hey, yeah, what Russia not doing anything bad. This is fun. Let's check this out." Maybe I don't know. Maybe research it a couple times, like in different search words.
Yeah, just use Facebook and search Facebook hashtags.
Only use social media, and I guess you could only use Twitter now, because that's no lies are going to be there, and it's a free speech haven now, so you could just go there. It should be fine, right? So
no, just give it a minute, because didn't they say that Elon Musk was with Amber Heard somehow? So now he's just going to push out. Now he's going to push out positive Amber Heard stories on Twitter to protect her.
Yep. Yeah, that's a fucking wild thing.
It really is.
Do you watch the draft?
No, it's just so boring.
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure that you were normal. Dude, I once talked to this guy at work who was like, "Yeah, just go down to the, go down, get some beer, and then watch the draft." I'm like, "You spend like 4 nights watching the fucking draft, pick by pick? That's what you do?" He's like, "Yeah. How else am
It's
I
a
supposed
barn
to
burner.
get that information?" Like, I don't know. Wait till the fucking next day. Like,
Yeah, you don't have to wait hours to find out. You just
yeah.
read. You can read every pick.
So did you see anything about your Saints? Did they do anything crazy?
I haven't been paying attention, if I'm being completely honest.
Well, I know they just got Tyrone Matthew, so safety who used to play for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So that's good. I'm looking at this article where it's rating everybody's draft grades. New Orleans Saints, just a B. So
Hey,
it's a
they
passing
say
grade, you know.
C's get degrees, so I mean B's better than that.
Yeah. So you want to know what's crazy? The
What's up?
fucking the Bears fucking got a D rating, which is wild.
This is worse than a C or a B rating, in case
yeah.
you're curious.
And the fucking Colts picked a punter.
They need a punter.
Okay, but he couldn't wait. Like they're like, everything else is good. We can't risk getting a punter in the post draft signings. Like, okay.
I think if you're gonna wait on a position, it's the punter or the kicker.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I did know a guy who he would always pick a punter in a fantasy draft. Or not a punter, a kicker. He would always pick Gostkowski before he retired. So it was like it was later on in the thing, but it was like, okay, man, like you could probably just take your pick of the litter at the end. Like there's an 8-man team and there's 32 teams, so chances are you're probably gonna find a kicker out there. I don't know. So yeah, and then the Lions did pretty much exactly what I was thinking of that they were gonna be doing, which is picking up Aiden Hutchinson, who's a defensive end from Michigan. Which is kind of funny because his dad played at Michigan, he played at Michigan, and then the Lions drafted him. So it's like you don't ever have to move that far, bro. It's like right fucking there. And then so since we had 2 first-round picks, we also picked up Jameson Williams, who's Alabama wide receiver.
Okay.
He did fucking tear his ACL in the championship game, which is not great, but you're hoping that doesn't hurt him later on. But anyway, so
they drafted a currently injured player.
no, he's good now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was just he did injure it not recently.
Yeah, I gotcha.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So anyway, yeah, that's what's going on. You ready for some depressing news?
Why not, dude?
All
I
right.
live to cry.
That's what I'm talking about. So I have a friend who lives in the same town that I'm going to be moving to.
Okay.
And he's like, "Hey, man, did you see what happened in Chippewa Falls, which is near where I'm going to be living?"
Yeah.
It's like 15 minutes away. I was like, "No." They found a 10-year-old girl's body outside of this town, right?
Did hear about that.
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, guess I'm not gonna be renting in that city or little town." So yeah, so they found this body, didn't really have any leads or anything. Well, turns out that her 14-year-old cousin is the one who killed her and also had sexually assaulted her as well.
Oh.
Yeah. And also
I thought that
had
only...
admitted to like basically planning it. He was like, "Yeah, this is what I was wanting to do." Like, yeah, right? Super fucked. And
Video games did it.
yeah, obviously. So yeah, anyway, if you're just wondering how many fucking crazy people live in Wisconsin, number's still pretty high. Yeah. My friend Kylie, I know she meant well with her statement, but she was like, he obviously needs some mental help. And I was like, yeah, fucking 45 round probably will do it, I would think.
Oh,
I mean,
that'll fix it.
yeah, what?
Not in a good way, but it'll fix it.
Fuck 'em. I mean, I don't know. Call me crazy. It's, like, this is a very disturbing fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this guy. Teen made statements that his intention was to rape and kill the victim from the get-go.
But why your cousin?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, rape and murder is bad no matter what.
Yeah.
But, like, why your cousin?
Yeah. $1 million cash bond is what the district attorney is requesting, which I feel like is probably a good move. Which, I mean, still what, that $100,000 you gotta pay? Because you gotta do, what, 10%? So, yeah. Anyway, there you go.
Damn, man.
Yeah. So,
Are they trying him as an adult? Are they saying? I know he's 14, so he's like still pretty young for that to be tried. But I feel like if he admitted to planning it, that's a different level.
he did appear in adult court.
Oof.
Yeah.
He is literally.
Wisconsin
fucked
law
up.
generally calls for juveniles aged 10 and up to be prosecuted as adults when they are charged with first-degree intentional homicide. I guess that's what they call it instead of murder there. I don't know. Because my buddy told me it's first-degree intentional homicide. I was like, murder? Like, what? Why the excess language?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, because maybe they have first degree unintentional homicide,
Yeah.
which would just be homicide, right? Manslaughter? No, that'd be
Yeah,
manslaughter.
Manslaughter. I guess they just changed it all, so they're like, maybe, I don't know. I'm speculating, but anyway.
I mean, to be fair, me and you didn't learn the difference between murder and manslaughter, and like I think it was like this year or last year.
Well, I knew the difference between the
great.
two.
Cool. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Only
Look cool
because
for
of
the
Brian.
viewers. Got it.
Only because of Brian Regan's joke, where, like, I slaughtered a man, and then like I had to look it up after I heard that. But anyway, so yeah, a lot of rape in this episode because buckle up. 4 men gang rape a protected monitor lizard in India.
Wait. No.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
I mean, hey man, I'm not condoning it. I'm just presenting you with the information.
Is that still called bestiality?
Yeah, 100%.
Or is it like reptilality?
Well, I mean, bestiality just covers animals, non-human
you know
animals,
what?
right? So yeah. Anyway, so the monitor lizard is actually a protected species, so that's great. There's
They're not
70.
big. They're not big. God damn it! Go ahead.
It's not like a Komodo dragon or something like that. But there's 73 surviving monitor lizard species across the world. India has only 4 species, with a population that's dwindling fast. Yeah, and obviously this is the only one of its kind. And I saw this like in like a random, like it was a Vice article.
Yeah.
And I was just like, hold on, there's no way I read that right. And yeah, sure as shit. They're all being charged under the bestiality laws in India, which are actually are defined as unnatural sex, which is a colonial era law in India, which had also, weirdly enough, criminalized homosexuality until 2018 was when they were like, I guess we could take that out, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, not even like I'm assuming they can't get married right now. Because if it was illegal, and illegal with, like, basically catty corner away from bestiality in their law, like, seems like something they wouldn't get legalized. But anyway, uh, so fucking Indian sexologist with over 40 years of experience corroborated the lack of data on the number of incidences because we don't know much about bestiality, and that makes it hard for experts like me to find out why it even exists. That's what their experts said. They're like, hey man, we don't know much about it, and it's hard for us to find out why it exists because of that.
I think they should I think they should just bang some animals for a study.
Well, yeah, but bitch, you're a researcher. How about you fucking figure
He's
it
a
out?
researcher of regular sex.
Yeah.
Not,
I know, but
not that homosexuality sex or the bestiality sex.
you can't like go out there and do like a I don't know, like a anonymous study. Like you put it out, put feelers out there, and you're like, hey man, we're looking for people
Who like to bang animals.
who love banging animals. And
Love is a little too much. You gotta do just like. Or
oh yeah,
they're animal banging curious.
yeah, you're
They're
bi-curiously
beastie-
banging animals. And we just kind of need to gather some information. So if you could just take this packet of questions and then send them in anonymously, that would be great.
100% it's a trap.
Yeah.
Anyone who reads that article.
If I got that on my front door, I would be like, how'd they know? But also,
It's a trap.
No. And so this paragraph in this thing kind of cracked me up. Although an unpopular topic, bestiality does exist. American author Joanne Burke, who explored "quote unquote" modern bestiality in the U.S. and the UK in her book "Loving Animals." So I guess you got to read to find out. Told Vice World News that what the men did to the monitor lizard was sexual violence. Well, no fucking shit. I mean, I'm not a sexologist or a
Did
author.
it say what they did to him? The lizard?
I mean, I don't think they have
Or it or whatever.
specifics. They just sexually assaulted it, which is weird. But
Because if they're calling, obviously if you.
they also
Had
ate
sex.
it afterwards. So
Whoa.
yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they also ate this lizard after the fact. So
It's almost like
it's like a ritual almost. It
liz-
feels like.
a lizard cream pie.
Yikes. Oh no. But here's what this lady says, this author who has a book titled Loving Animals, which
I bet she loves animals
I
too
bet
much.
she does. It was an act of power, of entitlement as humans who could do whatever they like to non-human bodies. It was pure violence and aggression, she said. I mean, you're not wrong. Oh, they did apparently take photos and videos, but obviously we don't have don't have that.
Go ahead and Google it. You guys at home, Google 4 dudes, 1 lizard, and let us know. If you can find the videos.
It's 4 dudes, 1 lizard
Porn.
at gmail.com.
4 dudes, 1 lizard. Porn. Bet
Yep.
it's on eFucked.
I don't really have any words, I guess. And this story, I saw it and I was like, yeah, man, that'd be interesting to talk about. But then now I just feel sad for lizards. Like, I don't know how big monitor lizards are. I know they're not the little guys.
Right.
And I know they're like Komodo dragon size. So that they're probably in the middle, which is even weirder.
Do you think the lizard survived all 4 dudes banging it? Or do you think it died from being banged by humans?
That's a very good question.
We're missing a lot of answers.
We need some expert testimony here. If you know anything about banging lizards, I want you to write in. So yeah. It's pretty exciting stuff.
It really is.
Kylie sent me this, or tagged me in this next thing.
Okay. Nice.
She was like, this story's crazy, so I want you guys to talk about it. Did you hear about this this murder suspect who escaped jail in Alabama.
Oh yeah, with the fucking guard.
Yeah. So, inmate Casey Cole White was shackled and handcuffed when he and Vicky White, no relation, but funny coincidence, and they're both super white, obviously. The facility's assistant director of corrections, which I feel like is kind of an important sounding title.
Right.
It's either important sounding or it is important. I don't know which one, but it kind of sounds like she might have been important. She's assistant to the director of corrections. Left the Lauderdale County Detention Center in Florence, Alabama on Friday morning. They have not been seen since, although the patrol vehicle that the pair used when leaving the detention center was found at a nearby shopping center parking lot. So, be on the lookout. He's not a small guy. He's 6 feet 9 inches tall and weighs about
Holy
260
shit.
pounds. So
How do you hide?
that's what I'm saying. Like, all the tall motherfuckers are getting ratted on right now.
Mhm.
They are
Here's-
considered armed and dangerous, so don't approach them. That's what the authorities are saying. But yeah, they've also noted that he will stand out because he's gigantic. He does look like a goofball, though. Like, I mean, he's got the tall guy bent forward ears. Like, I don't know why all tall people have that look, but
Well, because they're so far from the ground, their ears have to be bent forward to catch the sound coming
catch
from
the-
below them.
oh no. White was already serving a 75-year prison sentence for attempted murder, robbery, and burglary when he disappeared. He had been brought back to the jail because of his latest charge. He was set to go on trial next month on a capital murder charge accusing him of stabbing a 58-year-old woman to death during a burglary in 2015. Bro, how many fucking murders you gonna do, man? Almost too many, I feel like.
Yeah.
The U.S. Marshal Service is offering $10,000 for information, so get your money.
Hey, this seems like a great time to segue into West of Nowhere's giant catcher service we now offer.
Yep.
If
Yeah.
you know anything, you call 1-866 giant.
Yeah. Be sure to give a detailed description of the giant that you see and where they might be heading. If you do not know directions very well, just kind of, guess it. Just be like, it kind of seems like it might be west. I don't know. Any kind of information is helpful. So.
The line is open right now. Call
Yep.
whenever you're ready. Again, that's 1-866 giant.
Duh. So the sheriff who works with this Vicky White lady said, "This is not the Vicky White we know by any stretch of the imagination. She had been an exemplary employee, and other jail employees are just devastated. She had planned to retire, and that Friday was to be her last day." What?
He seduced her.
I must have, man. Listen, as an assistant director for corrections, Vicky White moved throughout the county detention facility several times a day and had multiple opportunities every day to be in contact with any given inmate.
Mm-hmm.
Her job duties also included coordinating transport of inmates. So, and what's crazy is, so this lady, Vicky White, she's 56, and her mom was like, "Hey man, I have some information about this. Like, I am in shock," which is crazy that this 56-year-old woman's mom is like, "I need to tell you guys about my daughter." Like, man. She said, "As a mother, I didn't know how to act because I thought at first it was a mistake, and then I found out for sure it was just disbelief. We just want her back." So when I worked at a youth detention center kind of place,
Mm-hmm.
they played this video for us, and this video was talking about how this one guy in federal prison would kind of like get female guards on the hook to like do favors for him and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just talking about how well he could manipulate, like how easy it starts. Like it's always something super simple, and then it just builds off of that, right? And so that's what this makes me think of. It's like he had to have fucking done something. Like this lady, apparently, according to her mother, has never done anything, and her mom bets that she's never even had a speeding ticket. So, like, you don't just decide one day, you know what? I am going to help this guy escape prison, and we're going to go on the run together. So.
Dude, after years of being single.
Yeah.
And looking and hearing all these dudes fucking want to bang her. She was just like,
what?
The 6'9" dude definitely got the giant meat.
As long as he's like somewhat proportionate, we're good. We're good, baby.
That's what he promised her. He was like, yo, get me out of here. I'll give it to you. I'll give you the what for. We can live vicariously through us.
I'll hit you with that schmeat. Don't you worry, lady.
Vicariously.
Yeah. So that's exciting. Hey, you know how there's like a pretty big drought going on right now in the West Coast specifically?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, you do now. So there's a drought going on the West Coast, and there's a reservoir in Nevada, and it's attached to Lake Mead. And
That's a made-up name.
Well, okay. So as the water level lowers, things are starting to be exposed.
Uncovered. Bodies.
Yep. Body in a barrel is exposed as level of Nevada's Lake Mead drops. So this body was found over the weekend. Now, thanks to the the depletion of the water level, the Las Vegas Police Lieutenant Ray Spencer said, I would say there's a very good chance as the water level drops that we're going to find additional human remains. Yeah, you're outside of fucking Vegas, bro. There's all of the bodies are there. At least all.
There's got to be a good bit. We've all seen Casino, damn it.
Yeah. Personal items found inside the body indicate the person died more than 40 years ago in the 80s. So, probably some good coke in there with them. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. That's a lot of really exciting things to look forward to as the water level goes down.
Just like more and more bodies.
Yeah, maybe they'll find Jimmy Hoffa. Maybe.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, probably. It reminds me of like I don't know how many small kind of like lakes and ponds that you grew up around, but like every now and then we would go to certain places like Lake Maloney is one that we would go to, and then there's the Sutherland Reservoir.
Mm-hmm.
And I would hear stories that'd be like, oh yeah, they fucking drained this thing one time, and there's like this body here and this body here. I'm like, what the fuck? So I can only imagine outside of Vegas, like the amount of dead people in there. It would look like probably that scene in Lord of the Rings where Frodo's almost to Mordor, and he's like in that marshy area, and there's just like the ghosties in the water.
Just a shit ton of bodies.
That's what I'm imagining. It's like, and the fact that there's like enough in this barrel for them to identify when the body like dipped out, is kind of crazy to me. Because if you remember, in the right conditions, like fucking old homeboy Brian Laundrie, his body like was almost gone completely in like 4 months, 3 months, something like that. In Florida. So, pretty wild. Yeah. Anyway, so if you want to go to Vegas, look for bodies. Probably find one.
It sounds like a good place to go.
Yeah. Um, are you excited about the new Doctor Strange?
Dude, I am so stoked about that.
It's gonna be fucking tight, right?
It better be.
Yeah, looks
think
pretty
it's-
dope.
I think it's gonna be good for just because I'm ready to see like a horror movie, like
Yeah.
a Marvel horror movie. I
Yeah,
think it's gonna be great.
I agree. So you remember? Did you watch the first one? I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so the homeboy Mads Mikkelsen played the bad guy in the old one, right?
Oh
Remember?
yeah.
Okay, so in that movie, he's got like his whole crew of cronies, right? They're all bad guys. There's a lady in that movie, and the actress's name is Zara Pythia.
That's
Pythian?
made up.
Sarah Pythian. And her and her husband have been accused of drumroll,
Murder.
please. What?
Murder.
No. No, sexually assaulting a minor. So
Oh my god.
yeah.
Dude, what are you doing? Stop Googling rape.
I'm not Googling it, it just comes up, man. Um the woman is now an adult, but she shared that the abuse started when she was 13 and carried on between 2005 and 2008. So, not great.
Yeah, no,
Um,
terrible.
So, yeah, the victim claims that the Pythian tried to ease the situation by asking her to play a game of dare, and daring her to do various fucked up things. The accuser went on to share that she felt she was groomed. Well, it sounds like you were. I mean,
Yeah.
this is pretty much what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is just accusations right now, allegations. But this is pretty fucked up. Also, this lady's not like super duper famous, so it's not like, hey man, fucking
Right?
yeah,
I'm gonna get my payday type of shit. Like
Yeah.
this isn't no.
yeah. So anyway,
You were a background character in one kind of
well,
big movie.
yeah. So that's not great.
Yeah, no, that's terrible.
Yeah. Anyway. So
Anyway,
so that's fun stuff. In other random Hollywood news, I
Yeah.
don't want this to sound like a tabloidy show, but this is actually pretty interesting, and it made me look up some other things. So kind of like a mini little time suck deal. Olivia Wilde, you know who she is?
oh yeah.
Super hot.
Yeah.
In a couple pretty cool movies. She's in like The Neutron, right? And then she was in
Yeah, that's right.
she's been in a bunch of random things. She's in
She's in-
Her, right?
Yeah. Wait, she wasn't her?
Yes, he went on one date with her in that movie.
Oh, okay.
And then she's like the love interest in The Change Up, and
Oh.
she's pretty good actress. She plays a very good like kind of love interest, very good at that on-screen chemistry kind of thing. Well, she married or no, I don't know if she
Yeah.
married.
I think, no,
Jason
they were
Sudeikis.
engaged. Yeah, they were engaged.
Yeah, and they had kids together.
Yep.
And so she has just made this movie. She's a director with what's her name? Florence Pugh and Harry Styles, which
Yep.
is supposed to be pretty cool movie, I guess. Anyway, so she's promoting this at CinemaCon and she gets served like legal papers at this event, which is like, if you don't know, like if you have any kind of like legal things going on, it is possible for somebody to hire a service to serve you these papers if like you're not going to accept them from any other way, or maybe you're just like a very busy person, hard to reach, and it's just easier for these companies to do it, right?
Yeah.
And like, if you ever watch the movie Pineapple Express, that's what Seth Rogen's character does at the beginning of the movie. Like, he's a process server.
Yeah.
And I thought that like it's just kind of an interesting career path, but yeah. So this unidentified woman dropped this envelope, manila envelope on stage, and then Wilde's like, "Is this for me?" And then she just picks it up, and it's documents to establish jurisdiction relating to the two children she shares with Jason Sudeikis.
Mm-hmm.
So his lawyers initiated this serve, hired out these people, and then these people were like, all right. And there's a lot of people who are like, oh, okay, Jason, that's pretty fucked up. And so then I decided to look it up, and usually the party who is serving the other party, like the initiator, the people who are behind it, they don't pick how it's done. That's kind of why that company exists. Like those companies exist because they have the kind of like different resources and like people who can kind of fly under the radar, and they do these things in house. And so another California process server who was not involved in this case but has done a bunch of high profile ones was like, yeah, he's probably not even in, like, he had probably no idea. And honestly, this is kind of like a last resort kind of one, because if her management or anybody on her team isn't really taking any of the calls, there's only certain ways that you could get this thing done. And so that's what ended up, happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like kind of like, I saw it and I was like, oh, what an asshole, because I love Jason Sudeikis and Ted Lasso. Like that's my shit. Right. I was like, oh, why you gotta be a shit guy? Well, turns out he probably didn't even know anything about it. And if he did, it's not like he's gonna be like, yep, I fucking knew it. I told him to go there. Because if that's the case, he probably could have just done it himself if he really wanted to, right?
Right.
And if they share kids, it's definitely something that he could have just been like, also, since you're taking this baby, here's this paper. Fucking take that with you. But yeah. So
yeah.
That's weird.
Have you heard of Title 42?
In relation to what?
So it was passed. Yeah. It was passed in like during the like when COVID, like in the height of COVID, right? When we were like the pandemic and the world was shut down and no one died.
Oh boy.
Anyway, it's a joke.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So essentially, it gave border authorities the ability to just turn people away coming from strictly. This is about the U.S.-Mexico border.
Okay.
Strictly, but it gave them the ability to just turn people away because of that.
Yeah.
And I guess I didn't realize it was still going on because like the most of the world, is business as usual.
Yeah.
So the border authority for the Mexico-U.S. border is still using that as a reason to turn people away.
Oh. Whoops.
So the Biden administration moved to like get rid of it, to end the Title 42. It's called the Title 42 COVID border restriction for migrants, which I feel like is crazy. But they were trying to rescind it, and then a federal judge in Louisiana blocked the Biden administration from ending the pandemic restriction.
Weird.
Yeah. I don't see why you'd care that much about it. Like, I understand during the height of it, we were trying to like keep people out and whatnot because we grounded planes and whatever. But now, I feel like we got a handle on it.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of funny that a political affiliation that had been so anti-COVID measures is using one that has COVID in the name just to push like things that, first of all, things that are already happening. Like there's still people getting turned away for non-COVID things too, but it's not like this is only people getting through just don't have any kind of like, COVID. There's going to be other things that they can use to not turn or let people in. So it seems really dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, since we're done talking about sad stuff, time for the Billboard 200 top 10 albums.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
All right. Up from 2 to 1, 72-20, Lil Durk.
Hell yeah.
This album has to be good because
Yep.
it's been here forever.
Maybe one day we'll listen to these albums at some point, but not
Probably.
today.
Maybe.
Yep.
All right. Up from 4 to 2, Dangerous Double album, Morgan Wallen. That's right, people. Keep playing that album. We'll get it back to number 1.
It's got to be solely on you.
It 100% is not.
Yeah.
I like the album, but I don't listen to it that much anymore.
Oh,
like
okay.
onesie twosies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 3, Encanto. Number 4, debuting at number 4, Fear of the Dawn by Jack White.
Oh, hell yeah.
5, oh my god, Sour by Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay.
Up from 8 to 6, Certified Lover Boy Drake. Debuting at number 7, Last Ones Left, 42 Dougs, and Established G.
Oh, okay.
All right. Up from 10 to 8, Planet Her Doja Cat. Oh, all right. Debuting at number 9, Bible by 5EO Foreign. And then debuting at 10, Familia by Camila Cabello.
Oh, heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
A lot of interesting variations. This top 10. Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, it really is kind of all over the place. You got the Disney, Jack White, crying, angsty teenager bullshit.
Yeah, and then you got Olivia Rodrigo.
You know what?
See what I did?
Swear to God.
I made your guy Morgan Wallen sound like the angsty teen. Got him.
You know how not funny you are?
I've made myself laugh so much this last week. I tell you what.
Well, that's how you know you're not a comedian, because comedians don't laugh at their own jokes.
That's not true.
Hmm.
Fucking watch more shit. Bert makes himself laugh all the time.
He's not a real comedian.
Yeah, no, he sucks.
He's funny in conversation, but I don't like his stand-up. Oh, you know what? While we're on here, speaking of stand-up, the new David Spade stand-up on Netflix.
Haven't seen it.
It's stupid.
Is it?
It's bad.
That's not good.
I kept waiting for it to be
good?
funny,
Yeah.
and it's just not.
Didn't happen, huh?
No.
Speaking of actual funny people, I watched that depressing ass documentary on Robin Williams on HBO and made myself sad. So,
Great.
it came out like 2-3 years ago.
Right?
Some shit. I never got around to watching it. Weird. And I watched it and I was like, well, that was a mistake, but it's really good. But I just,
Couldn't do it.
Yep. Anyway.
Yeah. If you like the show and you want to have your name said at the beginning of every episode, you can head on over to our Linktree, Linktree/WalkPod. The description is, I'm pretty sure it's like right here.
Yeah.
It's like the link is like right
below.
here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
All of our links are there. If you leave a comment on anything of ours, on the YouTube videos, you leave us a review on Spotify, but I don't think we can read anything. I think it's just stars.
No, it's just stars right now.
Apple Podcasts, anything. I mean, if you've noticed, the last 4 weeks we've had comments on our YouTube videos. We're reading them.
Yep.
They're here. We know you exist. We pay attention. We love you.
Yeah, we're not paying you, but we pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We want to thank our friends, our podcasting friends, Dutch and Denver podcast, the No New Friends podcast, Kicking It with the Kellys, the Remedy Room. Is that it?
I think that's it.
That's it. All right.
All right. I've had enough. Peace out, bitches.
Tip your bartender.